I'm Kyle Odermatt, the visual effects supervisor on Big Hero 6 at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. Our director saw a vinyl inflatable robot there. It was just actually an ARM prototype, and that really was the thing that changed the design direction for Baymax from being pretty open-ended to we knew exactly what we needed.
What are the challenges of bringing something new to the big screen in a robot?
In the past, a lot of times robots are, they have just the armored form of them, and either that or purely mechanical. We needed something that could emote, we needed something that could be approachable, and so Baymax in his vinyl state certainly gives us that and that difference.
How did Hyperion technology help with making Baymax who he is?
Because he was made out of vinyl and inflatable, is mostly a void space in between the surfaces. We had to have light bounce around within the character to make it feel like translucent vinyl. And Hyperion provided us that ability to do that real significant light simulation that's part of that. We found in our early testing that we looked at a ping pong ball, and a ping pong ball in rendered form didn't look like that until the light had bounced around hundreds of times inside before it came back out.
And I noticed that your engine is called Hyperion. Any relation to the Borderlands Hyperion company?
It's actually related to Walt Disney's original studio, which was on Hyperion Avenue in LA. It was called Hyperion Studios.
What were some of the influences in bringing Sanfransokyo to life in the film?
We weren't sure exactly how we were going to use the city. We knew there was likely going to be a flyover, but we weren't sure even at what height. We weren't sure how much action was going to have to take place down low. So we felt like we had to execute the whole city and be able to render it close up and from a distance to be able to make sure that we could make the film on the tight time frame that we were looking at.
What's Denizen, and how did that technology help bring the city to life?
Denizen allowed us to create hundreds of different variations on the crowd characters. We didn't want you seeing the same crowd character over and over and over, so we knew with thousands of crowd characters in the city that we would need hundreds of variations. So Denizen provided us the ability to pull from a kit of parts, a library, to be able to create hundreds and hundreds of individual characters that fit within Sanfransokyo.
How have advances in computer animation helped you build these fantastical worlds and characters that comic book creators drew up?
Certainly, we needed all the latest computing power to be able to both work with the data sets that we were creating in effects, say for the microbots, where there were 20 million microbots in our average scene. We needed that horsepower to be able to work with that data set, and then we needed the power of Hyperion and a huge computing farm to be able to render it and create images from it.
How far do you see this technology making its way to the gaming side?
For years we've wanted to be able to use our film assets to go use directly in the games. And the fact that gaming technology is advancing so quickly, in many ways we always feel like it's hot on the heels of our filmmaking. And so as the closer we get, the more we're able to share assets back and forth, and they can render them real time, whereas it takes us, hours of computing time to be able to render them. But we do believe there'll be a time when they look almost identical in real time versus what they look like on film. And it's certainly a tool set. We always talk about using gaming technology in-house to get better and faster iteration in our filmmaking, and then doing that heavy computing for the final image creation.